Welcome to r/Tales from Tech Support, where we get to have a little chuckle at the technologically disadvantaged. Like me. I'm Uncle Reddit, and have I got a story for you. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. No live cats today because they're off looking for food or torturing the smaller of the two dogs, something. But in their place, I'm going to put up a picture of one of my older cats that I used to have. His name was Mikey. He was one of my male cats, and what a personality. You could tell just by the look on his face. He was barely tolerating me that day, taking his picture. So anyway, I hope you enjoy seeing some of my previous pets, as well as some of the current ones. Let's read some stories. Why can't I get online? A short backstory. I was working in a large BPO IT service desk voice account. This story happened to my coworker who, at the time, was an experienced call taker. Our callers are employees and have hardware VPN at home for work. This is a short story since the call is short, but we were laughing at it after. This happened during a weekend shift and there were not many calls coming in, and we were chatting when there were no calls. Then the call comes into my coworker, and the call is about our work computer having no connection while connected to the hardware VPN. After our basic troubleshooting steps, he determined that the issue is with their home internet having no connection. Then the caller went irate and started angrily saying that there should be no issue with their home internet. All while in mute, he was just laughing and telling me how the caller speaks. After some time in, my coworker conferenced in the caller's ISP to prove the issue is their connection, not the hardware VPN. While talking with the ISP, the rep said the caller seems to have an outstanding balance not yet paid. Then they were transferred to their billing department. After being transferred, now confirmed she hadn't paid her internet bill. Now the caller is irate to the ISP billing rep, now yelling at them about it should have been paid. That's where he ended the call and closed the problem ticket since it was out of our scope. We were laughing about the call after that. How do you not pay your bill and expect the internet to stay on? And blame everybody else. Here we go again. Blame you guys because something's not working because they didn't pay their bill, but that's also the ISP's fault. Right. How do I turn on the computer? Long story short, I recently went on vacation, but users still have my number, and because I'm too kind, I told them if they had any serious issues they could call me. For context, I've been providing support for this user for years now, even as a youngling, well before doing IT work on the side. Pretty much every machine they use has been set up and maintained by me. And every time they had a new machine, I would explain to them, every day for a week, how to do something. Because apparently changing a physical machine, even keeping a familiar, if not the same interface, as they've been using for years, makes them entirely lost as to how to start their email and administrative things, aka launch Firefox and click the bookmarks. This is most of their use, receiving, sending emails, printing and scanning, and doing tasks on administrative websites, and has been the same use for the past decade. Well anyway, it of course did not last long. One evening I get a call from user. User: hey, so I gotta do this important administrative thing, but I don't know how to turn on the computer. Me: wait, what? User: there was a power outage since you left, and I don't know how to turn the computer back on. Me: well, you press the power button, like on your previous machine, and the one before that, and on your phone and your tablet. User: okay, where is it? Me: where I showed you a few times, and like every other machine you had, there's a big button on the top of the machine with the power logo. The little I and the rounded U. User: oh, that worked, but it's asking me for a code. Me: yes, your code, the one that we set up together that you insist to use since forever. User: oh, right, okay. How do I get to my emails then? There's one I need to check quickly. Me: start the web browser. User: the what? Me: you know, Firefox, the icon with the orange fox on the taskbar. User: the what? Me: the taskbar, it's the bar at the bottom where you click on the programs you want to use. User: oh, and then what? Me: use your bookmark at the top like you've done for the past decade. User: okay, now how do I turn it off? Me: open the start menu, click on the power icon, then shut down. User: the what menu? Me: the hecking menu at the bottom left. This hasn't changed for years and you've literally been using this operating system on the previous machine, and you were able to do everything you've asked about doing for the past half hour. Oh yeah, it did last that long just to read an email. User: oh okay, sorry, I struggle with computers, they're not easy to understand. It worked though, thanks. Click. At least they were nice, though it makes me want to pull my hair when a user just refuses to learn how to use basic things on a computer after over a decade. Yeah, if they haven't learned anything in a decade, they're not going to learn it. And that's not a matter of, not being good with technology or whatever they want to say. That's not a priority in their life. Everything else is more important, whatever. Or they've just run out of, hard drive space. HDD stands for quality, and apparently 35 hours of recording time impossible on a DVD player. Customer needs a new TV and wants their DVD player connected. C equals customer, T equals technician, me. After getting it all connected, they asked me some more questions about the DVD player they owned for the last 5 years. Customer, why is it that when I select HDD that it's a higher quality? Me. HDD stands for hard disk drive, or hard drive. It's the internal storage of the machine, not the DVD. Selecting HDD will record the TV programs to the internal hard drive. It has nothing to do with quality. Customer, I'm pretty sure it does. When I select HDD, it's always in high quality. Me. No, it has nothing to do with quality. You're selecting the storage location. You're going to record the program to the internal hard disk drive, not the DVD. Customer, it definitely has something to do with quality. Me, it doesn't. Customer, I believe it does. And why is it that the hard drive is smaller than the DVD? Me, no. When I was here a year ago, it was 500 gigabyte in size. The DVD is 4 gigabyte in size. Customer, no, I'm right, the DVD's bigger. Me, they're not going to put a 2 gigabyte hard drive inside of the DVD recorder. Customer, but at the top it says that it only has got 35 minutes of recording time remaining on the hard disk drive. It said 35:30, 35 hours, 35 minutes. Me, no, that's 35 hours and 30 minutes of recording time. Customer, 35 hours? That's not possible. You can't put 35 hours onto there. That's not possible. Me, yes it is. We've got 5 terabyte hard drives nowadays. That's 5,000 gigabytes. That's over 300 hours of recording time compared to the one you have inside that machine. It's not too far-fetched that it can contain 35 hours of recording time. Customer, no, it can only contain an hour. Me, it has 500 gigabytes in storage. It can contain significantly more than 1 hour. Customer, no it can't, it's only 1 hour max. Me, look, it says there, pointing at the screen, 35 hours and 30 minutes. Customer, that's not possible. It doesn't exist. Sir, I studied IT for 2 years. I've been working with troublesome PCs since I was 8, and I've run my computer repair business for 1.5 years now. I know what I'm talking about. 35 hours of recording time isn't crazy. Customer, the disk cannot have 35 hours of recording time. Me, disk? We're talking about the hard drive. The one that's selected at the top of the screen, not the disk. Customer, yes, we were talking about the disk. Me, no we're not. The disk can hold an hour of recording time, yes, but the internal hard drive can hold 35 hours. 35 hours? No, that's not possible. Me, the hard disk drive inside the machine, not the disk. The machine can hold 500 gigabytes of data, which is 35 hours of recording time. Customer, that's not possible. Me, we've got hard drives with terabytes upon terabytes of data. That's thousands of gigabytes of data. Yes, it is. Customer, the disk can't hold that much. Me, disk? Disk? We're talking about the hard drive. You know what? Whatever. Customer, and the DVB? Me, looking up what DVB stands for. That's a TV signal standard. Nothing to do with quality or storage location. Customer, okay, well, before you leave, make sure you select hard disk drive. That gives the best quality. Me. Sir, hard disk drive is the internal drive, not the quality. XP stands for high quality, according to Google. That's what your quality is set at. Customer. Ah, okay. Got an email this morning from the customer saying that the DVD player is no longer recording. They got annoyed, saying that they didn't want me to change anything about their setup. I've only disconnected the HDMI cables from the old TV and put them back into the new TV. I haven't touched any settings on their DVD player. Told me they'd figure it out and I wouldn't have to come. At this point, customer can figure it out himself. I'm not going to help him with any queries regarding the TV. The elderly are really, really difficult to handle, especially the senile ones that keep forgetting what you just said after 30 seconds and then repeat what they said before. I don't know if this was the case with this user, but I've noticed that some of the elderly, even when they start going senile or develop dementia or anything like that, while they're difficult to deal with, sometimes it's just an accentuation of the personality they had before. I have a feeling this customer's always been difficult to deal with, and always insists they're right, even though they don't understand what they're talking about. Issues with Surface. User frantically calls in, needs some help with a Surface. Sure. Randomly stops pushing to monitors and then shuts off. Look through Event Viewer, nothing there except for unexpectedly shut down. Cool story, bro. Check temps, nothing abnormal. Thing turns off again. Okay. This time when it came back up, the time was wrong. Okay, maybe a CMOS? Try to look at a few things quickly, turns off again. User is now getting frustrated at me. I see that he's pushing 3 monitors plus the Surface. I look at the specs, i5 6000, so cool, 6 years old trying to push 4 monitors with 8 GB of RAM and integrated graphics. He takes it off the dock and it still happens. Try to find something that I can blame this on. Keeps happening again and again and again. In about a 15-minute period it happens 6 times. At this point I'm thinking CMOS as the time gets further and further wrong. I break the news to him that I think it's a CMOS and most of the parts in the Surface are non-replaceable. Guy loses it. Sir, you live in California. I'm on the East Coast. Remotely, this is about all I can check, but I don't think it's worth sending to me, as I believe the issue is internal hardware, and it's not under warranty. Guy continues to lose it till he hangs up on me, and a little while later the president of his company calls and asks the issue. Try to explain the issue to him, he gets pissed that a 6-year-old piece of equipment should be nowhere near end of life. Anyone else ever deal with people who think equipment should last forever and that we should be able to wave the magic wand and magically fix everything? It's amazing how many people think that, like you said, things should last forever. They should just keep working no matter what. Things don't get old, they don't wear out, they don't break, software doesn't go out of date, support go out of date. I mean, I have some old cell phones here that I use for odds and ends just to tinker with them. I really don't rely on them for major production of anything because I know at some point they're going to crap out. I have 2 laptops that are getting to that point in life that I spoke about previously that I thought maybe I'll slap Linux on them and screw around for a while, but really if I need them for anything serious, I just need to get a new laptop. No, my permissions didn't change. So obligatory, not really IT, but the first one people come to when they have an issue on my team. We have a primary application that a few weeks ago changed how it allows permissions, so that people in a different group can't see our group's workloads and vice versa. Which would be great if some of those people didn't also help us. As a workaround, we've been assigning the cases from them to my manager's list, my boss's boss. For some reason, both teams were able to see her list. Note the past tense. For the record, my manager is wonderful and reasonably tech-savvy, even though it doesn't seem like it from our combo, lol. Me. Hey BB, by chance did your permissions in main program change today? BB. No, why? Me. Well, a coworker came to me because she hasn't been able to see her work list all day, and after restarting the program, I can't either. BB. Weird. No, my permissions didn't change. Long pause, and I send a screenshot. BB. Oh, well I asked project manager to give me access to another group and she did. Ah, yes, BB. When PM changed your permissions didn't change at all. And they even used the word permission. Like, do you not understand what permissions are? Evidently not. But I'm working in the cloud. Freshly graduated, I started my first tech support job with a small service provider in the Netherlands. We worked a lot with small offices and startups, managing their networks and servers. One day I got a call from one of our clients and it went a little something like this. Hello, how can I be of assistance to you today? Hi IT, the internet is very slow, can you help me? Sure, I did the standard routine into troubleshooting and came to the conclusion that the client moved the modem into a different room that blocked the wireless access to the lot. Me, could you please put the modem back to the location where we installed the device? It might be obstructing the frequency. Client, it shouldn't matter, we're working over the cloud. Normally when I open the windows more it gets faster, but it doesn't do that now. Me, a bit puzzled about what she said, but quickly found out that she was talking about the sky. Ma'am, opening your windows does nothing for your frequency of the office network. Please put the device back. Client, can it be because there are no clouds in the sky right now? Maybe there's no availability? Me, thinking she's trolling? Ma'am, we're going to have to put the device back to its original location. We're going to send an on-site engineer to your office in the coming days to get some eyes on the location. Client, okay, thank you very much. Cuts connection. My boss, what the actual F was that? Oh my god, we're working in the cloud. That's amazing. People are so literal sometimes. I swear. I have no idea. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, guys, and want to see more like it, click this one on the screen. I think you're going to enjoy it. See ya.